So I feel like we can't go a few days without Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy news coming out. So the past 2 days, we've been seeing the Twitter account for @Crash Bandicoot teasing box arts of the original games redone with the new art style, and they just at first they put out the first Crash Bandicoot, which we've seen a little bit of, just we never got the background and the logo. It's a little bit, I say it's a little bit darker in a way, in terms of lighting for the logo, but it's not that bad, and the whole thing has a general darker vibe, but not really too dark. I don't know, I'm just noticing that. And then you get to Crash 2, and we finally can actually decipher what the hell that box art was actually trying to show us, because I've always looked at the Crash 2 box art and I've just been confused on just what I'm looking at. Obviously it was showing like the first warp room, but then you immediately see the jetpack and it's like, well, that's until like the last warp room. Then you can still see Snowgo and Hang 8, which are properly labeled in this version. In fact, you couldn't even see the labels of the rooms, so obviously they didn't want to list Jetpack or Rocket, so they kind of just masked that with the Crash 2 logo here. But not to bounce back and forth between these, but if you go back to the original Crash 1 box art, if we compare that to the original, there's actually 2 box arts for the first Crash Bandicoot for America. One of them, if you flip your cover, you can get a full art where it doesn't have that torn look to it. But obviously the one that you would know the most is the one where he's literally crashing through the CD box art, which, if you think about it, doesn't make much sense considering it is the CD box art, so why was there black there to begin with? I don't know. But still, it's a very iconic pose for the series, and thankfully that they're trying to redo these for sake of fans, and honestly they look absolutely gorgeous. I'm personally going to try to print these out and put them in actual CD cases if I can. I'm trying to learn how to construct a PlayStation box, American PlayStation box or case. Now that I'm kind of looking at these, and it's like, wow, I really want prints of these. Or if they just make a special edition with all 3 of them in one case, that'd be, or separate cases, just for some kind of bonus. I would totally double dip for a physical special edition just to have these box arts again. But let me know down in the comments. I'm pretty sure I know the first thing you want besides Crash 1 and 2, which we'll probably see in a couple hours, honestly, is Crash 3. This is actually teased 9 hours ago, so wow, this has actually been up for a while. But yeah, it's amazing to see these, but we haven't seen anything from Crash 3 aside from the announcement, and Purah and Coco, kind of Uka Uka, but and Trophy. So I mean, we've seen a few things, but we haven't seen gameplay. I wouldn't be surprised if they show off Crash 3 or show off Crash 3's box art and show off Crash 3 at the same time as a pre-E3 hype. I mean, E3, it would be odd, but okay, I guess, if you were to tease Crash 3 before E3, but you don't necessarily need to. You don't need to show Crash 3 at E3 to really sell the Sane Trilogy. Honestly, it's going to be there. It'll probably be at some point during Sony's press conference. Otherwise, they'll just tweet out more stuff during it, and kind of get its own news. I mean, so far, I haven't seen many companies doing this kind of social media presence as far as advertising their game goes. They're nailing it. I'm 100% in favor of how they're marketing their game right now. I didn't like their trailer for the initial reveal as much, but that's because it's kind of doing some false advertising in a lot of ways, such as the sounds and stuff like that, even though they're all redone. But that's for a different story. Anyway, so what are your thoughts on the new box arts? If you really have anything to contribute to them. I mean, they are box arts, they're beautiful. Like I said, we can finally see, decipher just what's going on in the Crash 2 box art especially. I want to see Crash 3. I'd like to see what their take is on it. I'd like to see also the PAL variants and Japanese variants too, if that would be ever a possibility, because there's some differences in terms of different regions that I think are worthy of a different box art. There's also the possibility of seeing Japanese differences within the games or anything like that, differences between the European version and the American version. Crash jumps higher than the European version, so I'd like to see if there's a difference there. Probably won't be, but Japanese version, we'll have to see, but they haven't said anything so far about regional differences. But we'll find out very soon, I assume. So thank you for watching. Please post your comments down below on what you think of this. Subscribe to Castcoder. I've kind of threw this stuff up in my old channel as well. If you are subscribed to my old channel, please consider subscribing to Castcoder. In addition to Crash news, I am going to be doing quite a bit more than just Crash Bandicoot on my new channel. So if you're interested in more content from me on a more frequent basis, please take a look at my other channel too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.